this is Dawn Fraser from Living Your Best Life at 60, and today I'm going to be making potato bread. We're going to need 2 potatoes, 4 cups of flour and some flour for dusting, a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, a teaspoon of salt, 2 1/4 teaspoons of active dry yeast, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and a cup of warm water. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is peel 2 potatoes. You can use 2 medium-sized potatoes, 3 small potatoes, or like a potato and a half if they're large. Now we're going to dice our potatoes into small pieces. We're going to take our potato pieces and put them in a pan of water. We're going to bring this to a boil and we're going to let them cook until they're soft. I've drained my mashed potatoes and now I'm going to smash them. We're going to set these aside and let them cool. In a small bowl, we're going to combine a cup of warm water and 2 tablespoons of sugar. We're going to stir that in. Once the sugar is dissolved in the water, we're going to sprinkle on 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast. And we're going to let this set for 5 minutes. Now we're going to mix together 2 cups of flour, our cooled potatoes, our yeast mixture, a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, and a teaspoon of salt. And we're going to stir these the best we can. Actually, it's going just fine. As we add in more flour, I'm going to use my hands to mix it in. We're going to knead in our remaining 2 cups of flour. We may not need 2 cups of flour. It depends on how moist the potatoes are. We're going to knead it in a 1/2 cup at a time. So it looks like I'm only going to need 3 1/2 cups of flour. It looks like I have about a 1/2 cup left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this aside for a moment. I'm going to flour my surface. And I'm going to take my dough out and put it on top. We're going to knead our dough for about 5 minutes. Once your dough is smooth and elastic, you know that you're done. So we're going to form our dough into a ball. And I'm just folding it over, folding it over. We're going to place our dough into a greased bowl. And we're going to cover it and let it rise for an hour. It's been an hour, so let's look at our dough. Our dough has doubled in size, so I'm going to flour my surface. And I'm going to roll my dough on top of it. Oh, it definitely doubled in. I'm going to punch this down. And we're going to knead it for another couple of minutes. Now I'm going to start shaping my dough to fit into my bread pan. We're going to place our dough into a greased bread pan. We're going to cover our pan and let our dough rise for 30 to 45 minutes. After about 15 minutes, we want to preheat our oven to 375 degrees. Your bread is ready to put in the oven when the dough is just risen above the rim of the pan. We're going to bake this for 30 minutes at 375 degrees. I've taken my bread out of the oven and look at this. It looks delicious and smells wonderful. You'll know your bread's done when it's golden brown on top. We're going to let this cool for a few minutes on the rack. It's been a couple minutes and we're going to roll our bread right directly onto the rack to let it cool down. We're going to let our bread cool completely before we cut it. Our bread looks amazing. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe. Thank you for cooking with me.